Welcome to the romance of writing, where I'll share with you what dating can teach you about the art of writing your soulmate book. And today I want to tell you about a love story. This is the love story between you, your soul, and your book, and the readers that it's meant for. I've already told you about the concept of the soulmate book. The soulmate book is a book that you just feel it's meant for you to write. You feel a sense of destiny. You know this is what you have been put on this earth to channel, to write. Only you can write a book like that. It just feels like it's meant to be. It's your soul's truth. And if you don't write it, you're not fulfilling your soul's truth in this life. It's as simple as that. When yeah, before I wrote and published my book, I had this really strong sense that if I died without publishing this book, I would not feel complete. That's what a soulmate book feels like. But then also, there is this concept of your soulmate readers. Your soulmate readers are the ones that your book is meant for. These are the souls who will just lap up everything that you write in your book because the message in your book is meant for them, specifically for them. Whatever that came through you, whatever that um, was using you as an instrument, that's exactly the message that those people need to hear. Maybe it's your particular flavor of wisdom and knowledge. Maybe just the way you put it. Maybe it's your life experience and your life journey. Maybe it's a combination of everything. There's just that very unique and special angle and perspective and the way that you speak, your soul's voice, that just speak to them directly. And when they read your book, when they pick it up, when they open it, when they read it, they will just feel like, oh my God, this book was written exactly for me. How did they know that about me? How did they get into my head? I feel like this was written for me. And I have definitely felt that about certain books, even certain movies. I was like, oh my God, they made this movie for me, or they wrote this book for me. That's your soulmate readers. So there is this love story. That's this beautiful love story that's going on between you and your book and your readers. So I want to use the dating metaphor. I want to use some examples, real examples from my dating experience to illustrate this, to illustrate the importance of the deep soul connection between you and your book and your readers. So I was going on some dates with this one guy, and we had so many things in common: music and literature and movies and uh, play and art and you know like he was an artist. He is an artist. He's a very sophisticated and cultured man, and he knows so much about music. I could name a composer that I love, and he knows exactly what songs that composer has written. And we could talk about arts and literature and like different genres. And I felt like I just met my cultural and artistic and creative match, so to speak. We could talk about a lot of things. So the conversations were really interesting. Um, and it felt easy. It felt easy. Um, but I just didn't feel the deep soul connection. And I gave it a try. I went on quite a few dates with this guy because I'm like, there's some potential here, right? I don't want to write this off because, we have really interesting conversation. But I never really felt a heart connection. These conversations were so interesting to me on a cultural, intellectual, artistic level, but For some reason, they didn't touch my heart. They didn't touch my soul. And I was just waiting to feel that. I was waiting to feel this deep soul connection, but it never came. And at one point, I was like, you know what? I think I would just have to put a pause to this. I can't continue this. I can't continue going on date with someone that I don't feel a deep soul connection with, even when I really enjoy my conversations with him. And I'll take this back to what we're talking about writing here. The most important thing that a reader will feel when they read your book is this deep soul connection with what you are writing, this deep soul connection with your book and with you. This is the thing that will impact them the most. And when you write from a place where your book comes from your soul seed, if it comes from the seed of your soul, from your essence, from the depth of your truth, they will feel it and they will know it. If they're meant, if they're meant for your book, if your book is meant for them and you're writing it from your essence, and you allow the truth of that to come onto the page, when they open your book, they'll feel it, they'll know it, and they will get it. They will receive, they will feel this unmistakable, unshakable soul connection. And this is what everyone is looking for, not only in dating, but in movies that we watch, in books that we read, in music that we listen to. You know why? The kind of music that you listen to that would just bring tears to your eyes, or books you read or movies you watch just bring tears to your eyes because they speak to your soul. So if you write a book with the intention of making it a promotional tool, a marketing tool, or if you just write it to process your trauma. You just write it as a form of cathartic release. When that release is done, once you're done processing your stuff, it just like, that's it, that's done. It would just lose the magnetism of the soul. You know, I've seen so many people not fully getting in touch with the soul, with the depth, with the essence of their book, and they're still writing on the surface level, where they're just like processing stuff that happened, like, this happened in my childhood, or I met this guy and then it triggered this trauma. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Write all of that stuff, allow the stuff on the surface to come out, and then you go deep. What's there underneath it? Like we want to know the depth. We don't need to know the surface level stuff. Um, and for me, I've come to a place in my life where I say to myself, I don't want it anymore unless it's my soul's truth. Whether it's a man that I'm dating, whether it's a relationship I'm getting into, whether it's a friendship, some friendships I've been in, they were okay, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't feel true for me to continue being friends with that person anymore. It's not my soul's truth. I don't want it. The same thing with housing and accommodation. I've been looking at places and I'm like, if it doesn't feel like it's my soul's truth, I'm not going to move into that place. So, same thing with writing. Are you going to write something or share something or post something or even write a book about something just because everyone seems to be writing a book this day? Everyone that I'm talking to seems to be writing a book, and I don't know how many of them are actually writing a book from their soul and how many are writing it as like a business card. And there's nothing wrong with writing a book as a business card. Just not what I would do, not what would light me up, not the clients that I work with. My soulmate clients don't write books to get a best-selling or bestseller status next to their name. And are you just gonna share content in order to go viral, or write books so that um, you get more people into your funnel. That would be the cherry on top of the cake. That would be, you know, what would come after the fact. But what is your real and true, um, what is your truth for writing this book? Is it your soul's truth? I know that in this day and age, there seems to be like this constant pressure to churn out content, to post content. It's it's so similar to dating. So the problem with writing and posting and sharing, just to have something to share, just to say something, just to get your content out there. The problem with that is that you will get burned out over time mentally. You get burned out. Same as, if people just you go on dates with people that you don't feel a soul connection with. You don't feel this deep heart soul connection with, but you just go on dates. You just go on dates with these people because you want company, you want someone to hang out with, you don't want to be alone, you want to be entertained, you want to be amused, you want to get laid. I don't know what the reason is. I used to go on dates because I was bored. I was, I just want to check things out. Just, want to, see, what's out there. But now I'm like, no, I don't want to do something I, just because that's what everyone is doing. I want to do it because it's my soul's truth. So if you write just to have a promotional tool, just to get famous, just to be well known, at some point you will feel numb. This is this is a side effect of allowing the commercial, the strategic, the financial part to override the beauty and the purity of your soul. You will get numb. You will lose connection with your soul and your soul's truth. You will lose touch with it. And when there is a real stirring within your soul, when there is a whisper, when there's a nudging, when there's a stirring, you won't be able to hear it. You won't be able to feel it anymore because you are so numbed out to the noise in your head. What creates the noise? Writing in order to perform. Writing in order to perform creates the noise in your head, just like dating to entertain and amuse yourself. There's no meaning to that. And yeah, so today I just invite you to tune in. Like, am I writing this because it's my soul's truth? Am I hanging out with this person because it's my soul's truth? Am I dating this person because it's my soul's truth? Is there a deep resonance here? Am I expressing my soul's truth? Or am I just writing it because it seems that everyone is writing something these days and I feel pressure to do so? I'll leave you with a mantra that I've been having for myself, which I've mentioned earlier. I don't want it anymore unless it's my soul's truth. And if you would like some help in getting in touch with your soul's truth and birth and activate this book that you know you are meant to write and get in touch with its essence, if you need some help with that, I have a free creative activation to help you with just that. So I put the link below. Go check it out and make sure you subscribe to my Substack so that you get notified of the next video that comes out.